All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market show. Hope everyone had an excellent day yesterday and hope you're having an amazing morning today. Good morning, Noam. How are you this beautiful Thursday morning?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. Good morning. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing well, doing well. All right, guys. So let's get started. We got a few stuff in our scanners
Carlos, can
today.
you
Yep.
can you shoot the link for YouTube? I don't see YouTube up.
Yeah, I actually just set it up. So yeah, I'll definitely throw it out in a second. Let me see here. Let me also get in to make sure I can see our YouTubers' messages here. Oh, here we go. All right, guys, just sound check on YouTube. Make sure you guys are hearing us okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, throw this over here. All right, guys. So good morning. Last trading day of the week. As you know, the market is closed tomorrow, so we will be taking some time off tomorrow and end the week today. So let's hope that we can end the week on a very good note. Again, let's not force anything. Let's be patient and see what the market has for us today. I really enjoy earnings season. Again, a lot of great moves, a lot of tickers on here we normally don't see based on news and earnings. So we'll see what we have today. No, I don't think it's closed early. No, it's completely closed tomorrow, around 30. So
Yep.
it's a completely off. There'll be no trading on at least Nasdaq, American Exchange, and NYSE, New York Stock Exchange. All right, guys. So as usual, let's go over our watch list from yesterday. There's a few on here. Actually, I didn't have this one or this one, but the rest I did have. Let's go through this. These actually, some of them traded very, very well. We obviously, the talk of the day was QCOM. QCOM was just unreal yesterday. Just was trading with so much volume, but again, it was very difficult to trade. As you know, Andrew is off for the next couple of days. He didn't trade yesterday. He is traveling to India to meet some traders and also to do some mountain climbing, I believe. So again, he was not trading yesterday, so you're not going to see a recap for him for a couple of days. He's also off next week. But yeah, QCOM, as you can see here, just again very active, a lot of volume in the pre-market, but the pullbacks are very, very aggressive and very hard to hold through a pullback. I mean, it looks clean now if you look at the 1 minute, but if you was watching this price action live, some of the stuff, again, some of the pullbacks were 50 cents, 30 cents. You know, it's not easy to hold through a pullback like that with a decent size. But a lot of traders traded this yesterday. Hopefully you did not get caught on some chop. Here's one of the examples I was talking about. I went short here. The minute I got in short, it dropped 30 cents, right? So I just took everything out, took partial. Then I realized, wait, it's not selling off anymore. And this is 30 cents, so I took everything off. And I'm glad I did because look at this pullback. Right, I thought this
Yeah.
was in a downtrend. You know, that was my idea. Like, okay, we're in a downtrend now. We're closing below VWAP. That was my idea for, I wanted to see the loss of VWAP here, and it did. It did lose it down towards the low of the day, almost exactly. But look at this pullback here. How do you hold through that? Right. So, and that was just kind of my experience with QCOM. Same thing here. We were looking at it in the mid morning. We thought, okay, now it's closing above VWAP, possible breakout, and then you get this huge drop almost immediately. So again, just a very tough stock to read. Gordon, great comment. Yes, it was almost impossible to read the tape. So if you read the tape was just kind of just flickering. You couldn't tell what was happening. It was just so much volume running through it. So that was QCOM
It, uh,
yesterday.
it,
Go ahead.
it was good for scalping. That's about it.
Yeah, and this is why I felt again. I ended the day green yesterday, but I felt like I didn't trade well because I don't scalp, and I scalped it about 3 times, and they worked out perfectly. But it just didn't seem like good clean trading because I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
But that was the only way you could actually attack QCOM yesterday. INTC was a little choppy at first. Again, just didn't want to find direction. Then got stuck into this range here. I stuck into this range. Didn't really know what I wanted to do. Slightly above VWAP, and then some traders caught this beautiful pop over here. This short squeeze happened. It started building up. You can see the volume down here getting ready, and then boom, you get this beautiful pop all the way up to 59.50 or so, and then you get a reversal back to VWAP. So good trade here, guys. For those that caught that squeeze there. Here's Netflix. Netflix was actually a great, beautiful opening range breakdown as well. It just had a nice opening candle here. Then it started losing VWAP. on the 5-minute, and then you can see it just drops completely, loses the low of the day, loses its moving averages, and just continues to just really drop down. Look at the one, how clean this is. Provides you a really good entry here once it loses VWAP. You don't get in right in here because you don't know what's going to happen. But the next candle, once it opens below VWAP, you have a good risk to reward here. This being your risk, this your entry, your reward being the new low of the day, and it just worked out nicely and then some. So excellent trade on Netflix. Apple was great too. Look at this beautiful trade on Apple. Again, just opens up kind of weak, right? Sells down, sells back up, holds the VWAP. You get this little pop here. Again, sells below VWAP. It cannot stay below VWAP. Comes back up. There's a good indication that the stock is strong. Once you can hold it below this important VWAP move average here. And then you can see that it just comes up nicely and it takes off. And then I think you got another squeeze also at towards the middle of the day, right? Yeah, here it is. It just kept going. Yeah. It was just very nice, very strong. And we kind of called this out. We called this out in the morning that, it's just the daily chart looked like it was ready to take off. Right,
I mean, perfect setup for a breakout.
Yeah, it was perfect setup for a breakout, and me and Norm called this. This looks like it was ready to lift here. So, and it did just that at the open. ACB, I didn't watch the price action closely on ACB, so let me just look in here. Yeah, I don't think it did much, right? Right over here. Yeah, it just kind of sold off. So again, I didn't really watch ACB closely, but doesn't look like it traded very clean. Looking at it now. JMIA, this one was very choppy. I was looking for this one to do something. It was very choppy at the open, just kind of stuck within this range, and then just started selling off. And a lot of people don't have shares for short on this one because, again, it's just recent IPO. But you can see here, lost VWAP, couldn't hold it after consolidating almost for an hour and change, and then it just loses and just starts dropping all the way down here.
IB has shares for short on JMIA, I think, for the first time today.
Oh, for the first
time. It might have had it earlier, but I didn't notice. But they do this morning, so I think it might be the first day they're available.
Oh, nice. So that's interesting. We'll see how that looks today. How the daily chart is. Yeah, we're getting somewhat of a first red day here out of the couple of days it's been open. Here's BK. So BK, we were watching it hopefully to see what it will do. We didn't expect much out of it because the pre-market wasn't great. I actually added this one on while I was after the open to see what was happening. But again, just kind of chopped around. Really didn't do anything. Just chopped around and just kind of hung out. Not any clean moves out of BK yesterday. This is IBM here. So IBM, very choppy open, right? It was very difficult to trade. Brian took a short somewhere in this area here. He caught this beautiful drop once it came below VWAP. He caught this drop here and took everything out. Then from there started just, again, didn't want to sell off, started making higher highs, higher lows. And then here I was looking at this, but I didn't pull the trigger. I was looking at this, I did a double bottom here. So I said, this looks like it's ready to break out. I was calling it out in the chat room. I didn't take it. And then out of nowhere, it just slowly just starts grinding higher. Then you can see the volume picking up nicely, and then it just takes off, and it never looked back. It went all the way up to 142. Then this was actually, I think, a high of on the daily chart is 142. So went right to that level. But this one traded very nicely after that 15 minutes or so of just consolidating. UXIN also was nice. I did a nice pop, but I wasn't watching this one. It's a lower price stock. Again, we had a lot of going on with QCOM, INTC, and these other ones were trading so well that I just avoid trading lower price stocks, lower floats as well, when you have mid float caps, trading nicely like they were. All right, folks, so that was our watches from yesterday. Let's get rid of this here and let's find what we have in play for today to finish our week of trading strong here. So let me
there's some good stuff out there today.
Yeah, excellent. I haven't looked at any yet. So yeah, looking forward to that. All right, so first we have BX right on here. Let's see what BX is up to. Let's get our charts in line to show what we have going on today. All right, so BX 825,000 shares traded. That's quite a bit. I do like that type of volume. Let's see what we have on the daily chart. Oh, daily chart is very interesting. So you got this beautiful breakout here. What is the flow and ATR on this? So float we have actually 655 million shares float. ATR just slightly above 50 cents, 57.57 on here. Pre-market action looks okay. I mean, you had this nice pop here, but I don't know. It's okay. It's not great. You know, it's more like a 6 out of 10. Doesn't look too great, but it's got some good volume. It's got a good daily chart. We can look at this.
They're changing their business structure, so I don't know what that'll do. I don't know how that'll act. I don't know that I've ever traded something like that before.
Yeah, I actually never
So
traded something like that. I've never seen this stock before. What is this? This is the Blackstone Group.
Blackstone,
Yeah, so I
yeah.
definitely never traded this one before. Not sure how it trades. It is a nicey stock. We do have shares for short. But again, the pre-market action is a little weird. Seems kind of flat aside from, again, these candles here with some huge volume. So we'll take a look at it. We'll do some levels for it and find out how this is going to trade this morning. CGC is up 7.4. That is very nice. 398,000 shares traded so far. So that looks good. Got a good pre-market action going too here. You can see it start to build something really nicely here with volume. So this looks good. The daily chart we talked about looked good yesterday. It looks even better today. Again, yesterday looked like it wanted to break out. Didn't quite do that, but today clearly broke out of this this range it was stuck in. So let's remove some of these levels. Again, it's just been stuck in this range here. You can see the breakout building up. Kind of what Apple looked like. Again, Apple had this same round bottom building up, and you can see here the nice breakout. Next we have WTR, and then we'll look at Cron and see what the other POS stocks are doing too. Sorry, WTR, not WTF. WTR, here we go. What's going on? All right, so WTR, that was just an automatic move there. So WTR, actually you can see 831,000 shares traded, up 3.4. Daily chart's a little funky, a little choppy. Again, not as clean. Again, you could tell here, it's just, again, you got up, downs, every candle. And the last several days has been pretty wild, right? You had this huge pop up, then sell off again, and now up again. So again, just a little funky within this area here. I don't think we have traded this stock before, but we do have some volume. It's up 3.4. What company is this? This is
Aqua America.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they do.
Yeah, no idea what they do. Never traded it before. So let's see what they have today. Earnings.
Utility.
WTR. All right.
So yeah, WTR, it's a water utility, I guess, which utilities usually don't trade very well.
Yeah.
Just in general, but
yeah, and I don't see anything crazy on the news side. So all right, so we'll throw it on here, but maybe not one that looks too good to trade. Let's see, STNE. STNE is down 14%, almost 515,000 shares traded, but a really bad pre-market action. And the reason for that is, again, look at it, how flat these candles are. You don't have no bodies on here. So again, just pretty flat, not really creating a nice float here on the pre-market. Unlike like what's the one that's clean? This one, CGC. This is a very clean pre-market action. You can see it starting to build up, nice flow. You got some bodies on the candles here, not just all flat like this. Again, from here to here is not looking great, but then everywhere else here is starting to build up nicely. And again, that's all because the way the volume is trading. On STNE, you have volume. You have 518, more than CGC. But again, it's just not trading clean at all. And this one is one that doesn't trade clean. We see this a lot in our list. In our gappers list, we see this quite often, and I have never traded. I don't think I have. It just doesn't look clean every time in the pre-market. So look at this candle here, indecision candle with 147,000 shares traded. So a lot of the volume is not creating a good clean price action. All right, so that's our gappers list. Let's look over into our Nasdaq active, Nasdaq gainers, and obviously here we're going to see one that's been the talk of after hours yesterday. MBIO. MBIO is up 188%, 2.5 million shares traded. I mean, it's just crazy. So they had some news of a possible cure that broke out yesterday, and then immediately just popped up to about $12 from like 275 or something. So definitely in play today. Look at the volume, good pre-market action. But again, we do have shares for short as well, so you can play this both ways. But I think this is just going to be mayhem today. And today we're also going to find out again if the news, sometimes news gets, there's an overreaction on the news. So let's see what today does, if this thing is going to hold up or not. But definitely in play, worth watching. And the float, I checked it earlier, it's not that bad. It's a 16.7 million shares float. So it's not too much of a low flow. This is somewhat tradable. But again, guys, the way you manage your risk on this is you watch your size, right? So it's trading at $7 right now. You don't need to take, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 shares to make good money. You can take 100 shares, 250 shares at max, and really watch your risk. Stick to your stop loss, and you can still be profitable if you have a good risk to reward. But if you take 2,000, 3,000 shares and you get stopped out at 50 cents, you're hurting your account. So just be careful with that. Always think about how much can I lose, right? How much can I lose? How much can I afford to risk? And that's how you calculate how many shares you're going to take. Don't get used to just hitting that hockey for 2,000, 1,000 shares every time on a stock like this that can move, 30 cents in a matter of seconds. Okay, so next we have FBIO. FBIO also seems pretty active. 1.1 million shares traded. Not as clean as a pre-market action right now, but is up quite a bit, up 54%. Let's check the daily chart. Not a great daily chart, but that's all right. Still up quite a bit, and the float on this one, FBIO, is 34 million shares flow. So not much of a low flow. It is a lower price stock, but it's a higher float. So it seems tradable. But the pre-market action right now doesn't look great. You have some candles here sitting with some really heavy volume. This one here sitting with 193. Although this has 1.1 million shares traded, I think some of them must have happened after hours. Yeah, just something happened after hours, because I am not seeing this all this volume in the pre-market right now. Right, there's not 1.1 million shares here. We're calculating some of the after hours as well. So let's see how it develops. Interesting, but I definitely like MBIO better. Are these two related or no? No, they're not. There's two different companies. All right. Next we have NVCN, penny stock. We're not trading that one. Next is SNGX. SNGX, also penny stocks. Seems like it has a good, starting to build a good pre-market action here with some volume, but again, it is a penny stock, so we don't trade those. We have an ETF, and then we have STNE. We have already. Again, just not building a very good, clean pre-market action, although it has 596,000 shares traded. So trade day is telling me FBIO owns part of MBIO, I believe. Okay, so if that's the case, that makes sense. If they're also up as well. MBRX is not tradable. It's always on this gappers list, but if you look at the price action, if you look at the daily chart, if you look at also the 5-minute intraday, it doesn't trade very well, very choppy. So we're just gonna avoid trading that. Eric is always on here again. Another one that's also doesn't trade well. It's very choppy as well. Next, TVIX. TVIX is again volatility index. So the SPY. No, we didn't check the SPY. We'll check the SPY in a second. See what the SPY is doing. AMD. How did AMD trade yesterday? It looks like it's just sold off.
Yeah.
Wow, the day I don't watch it, this thing trades beautifully. Look at this beautiful downtrend here, opening range breakdown here. So just amazing. So just another example of how typical AMD is. Look at this pre-market action here. It's just completely horrible. This is like a 2 out of 10, if not a 0 out of 10. Just horrible, very flat. And they have very low volume yesterday too. And then look at this beautiful trading you get. So this is why sometimes people ask you, why do you watch AMD and MU so much? Because of this, you can have such a nasty pre-market and then have this beautiful drop out of nowhere. So it's always fun to watch. PRPO, actually we went one over, but we'll check PRPO. PRPO is a penny stock, so not really in play. Yeah, we'll skip that one. All right, guys, what do you guys have on your end? What do you guys like at the moment?
So let me throw a few out your way, Carlos. Sure. Team, TEAM, SKX, Snap, which I know we don't always SKX, X-ray.
XKX,
yeah.
All right, perfect.
And then Snap is in play, but I know I don't particularly like trading it, but it's worth a look.
Yes.
I've got one more I'm sitting on. I might call out, but it needs to get some volume first.
Okay, excellent. All right, so SKX. Oh, this looks good. This is a good drop here. We traded this in the past too, right around these areas. Look at these levels that we have already on here.
Yep.
Yeah, down 12.8. Not much volume yet, but this is a big drop. This is worth watching for sure. So let's see if our levels are still relevant. So we have a level at 32.14. That looks good right there. 33.05 might have changed now, more like in this area here. You got this day from here. And then this one, 33.58, still looks good. Then this 30, we can move up. We have a nice clean level down here. Looks like we did these levels probably when it had this this big drop here as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, this definitely looks interesting. I like the daily chart. Pre-market action looks good as well. We got some clean levels in here. What's the news on these guys?
It's earnings.
Earnings? All right. All
Yeah.
right, let's look at Snap. All right, so the fun for Snap is over. Let's remove these levels over here. And yeah, we're dropping nicely on Snap. Unfortunately, I don't have shares for short. For some reason, Snap for CME is hard to find shares to short. Not sure why. But it is interesting. Again, in Snap, it doesn't move much, doesn't trade very well. But like you mentioned, it's always interesting to watch. And I do like, although this daily chart looks a little funky, I like the fact that we dropped from this level here, right? We were holding that for a while. We tested it 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I got to the point where, okay, can't hold it no more. Below this moving average, this can drop to a nice level down here today, down to 11. And again, 11 from 11.29 to 11, that's a really big move for Snap because again, it just doesn't move much, but it's worth watching here and there. Team, let's look at what Team is doing. Oh, this is down 8.8. That's quite a big drop here on Team. This is also interesting. Doesn't have the great volume right now, but this drop is pretty interesting. We do have shares for short and some clean levels on here as well. So let's see how this develops as the morning continues. All right, folks, what do you guys have on your end? Yeah, SKX. Yeah, it does have a gap to fill. Yep, it does. You got this gap right here as well. Again, just
it breaks that lower level you have marked there at like 30.11, and it might be lookout below.
Exactly. And we do have shares for short. So this will be interesting to watch today. All right, FBIO we have, so we'll go over that in details in a second. We have MBIO as well. So let's look at Cron. Yeah, let's see what Cron is doing because CGC is in play today. See what Cron is giving us this morning. So Cron is Cron is in play. You could tell it's heading higher here again. Looks like we got some positive news. It's up 4.3. Oh yeah, here it is. I was gonna ask why is it not on our scanners, but it is. It looks like it just popped up here. Maybe because of the volume. The volume was probably under 100. It's getting over 100 now at 114. Has a good daily chart too. You can see the breakout. You got a moving average coming in, so we have to watch out for that if we're going to play it towards the long side. But I do like Cron. Looks very, very good. What else we have? PIN and CM are new IPOs. Are these opening up today or they're open already?
No, they open up later today.
Okay.
Pinterest and Zoom.
Okay, excellent. All right, so we'll take a look at those later today. Yes, we did look at Nasdaq gainers today. We did go through this list, did we? Oh no, we did not. No, we just went through this one. Yeah, let's go through this one. So MBIO we have, this one we have. MBRX is just not tradable. It doesn't trade well. It's really a penny stock. It goes over $1 here and there, but it's really not tradable. Mara, we traded this one before in the past, but today's got no volume. AKTX we trade quite often. Today it has no volume. PDLI is no volume today. ARGX, nothing happening here. CRBP, same here, no volume. We have Cron here. We like Cron. We have that one on our list already. And last but not least, AMRRS, which we also trade quite often, but today seems like the volume is starting to pick up. 74,000 shares traded at the moment, but not really a clean pre-market action. All right, Baymax, thank you for reminding me of that. See, someone's paying attention. That's good. Wanted to make sure you guys are. I got the routine down pat. Excellent. All right, so unless anybody has anything else, we'll start looking at some of these levels. Again, just if you're joining us, good morning. Welcome to the pre-market show. And just a few announcements. So Andrew is not trading today, and he's not trading all next week. He's away in India. He's going to be meeting with some traders there and also going on a hiking trip. So if you don't see recasts from him, or if you're just joining the community for the first time, we don't want you to think this is a situation where Andrew doesn't trade once a month. That's not the case. It's just you just call him on vacation traveling to meet some traders and also in India. Next things, we want to talk about the challenge. Norm, you want to give us an update on how we're doing and just new information on how things are
Yeah, I
going?
mean the challenge. Yeah, challenge starts Monday for the practice week. A week after that, on the 29th, is the competition week. If anybody doesn't know at this point, the prize is Andrew's trading station. It's going to be consistency based prize based on points. You can look on the website. Yeah, so you can go ahead and sign up. We'll have a onboarding class for people that aren't familiar with DAS. Why probably Monday, Carlos? We
Yeah. We could do it
okay.
Monday. I know we have class one on Monday, so we'll figure out class one at 8 p.m. So maybe we'll do it.
Yep.
We'll tie it into that. We'll figure that out and send out the details on YouTube very soon. Um,
And then I also wanted to point out I've got Andrew coming to Texas. So in May, the 19th he'll be in Dallas. The 20th will be in Austin. So check out the forum. Come see us.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, guys, you don't have to be a member of Bear Brook Traders for the meetups. Andrew likes to meet all traders, even if you're not part of the community. You can join us, come have a drink, talk trading, talk shop, and then and have a good time. All right, so let's finalize this list. Let's see what else we have going on. Nothing new in our gappers list. So we'll go over this list. Let's find some levels. Somebody mentioned UNH. Yeah, UNH actually traded very well yesterday. Again, it was not on our watch list, but as you can see, I just want to show you guys because I know Robert was watching this stock. He called it out in the chat room. That's the great thing about being in a chat room, right? You got other traders looking at other things. You might miss something. Somebody might call this out. Hey, this looks like a possible setup, and you can take advantage of it. Actually, that's how I traded AMD yesterday. I think Eduardo called it out saying, hey, this might be setting up for a reversal. I looked into it. It looked very good. I made my own decision. Obviously, you just don't want to blind follow anyone. And no matter how good they are, whoever it is, you want to make your own decision when you take a trade. And AMD turned out nice. We caught a nice little pop on it. It didn't run as expected, but we were able to get a couple of cents out of it. So here's your United Health yesterday. Again, just very, very flat at the pre-market open. And then you had this just beautiful drop happening out of nowhere. I mean, this was a great trade. Good opening range breakdown. You get the pullback here, which I like to see before the breakdown. And then you jump in for the break of the low of the day. And you see this beautiful drop here all the way down. So again, very nice trade yesterday. It might be active today again. Again, it has been having a couple of really big days, really big down days. It's bouncing back a bit here, but usually when stocks have this much volume, it's definitely trading out of its normal trading volume range. Relative volume is especially high the last couple of days with all the news and earnings and things like that. So I expect this one to do something today. But I'm going to look this up for my scanners. I'm not going to watch it at the moment. Roku is always fun to watch. Roku yesterday, actually, what did it end up doing yesterday? We were watching it at the morning. But then I switched over to QCon. But yeah, see a nice sell-off on Roku yesterday. And then I remember watching it doing this area here, hoping for a double bottom, but nothing clean came up. For a reversal towards VWAP, nothing clean came up, and then we just didn't take any trades on this. All right, so let's start with BX. So let's see what we have on BX. Let's find some levels here. So BX is up quite a bit, 7.8. High of the pre-market sitting at 39.50. Above this, we have a very nice clean level. Look how that 39.50 was tested on this day here. Next level is 40.59 on the daily. That looks clean. Then towards the bottom, you have one day in here that has a couple of days bouncing off this 38.35. We can mark that down there. Let me see what else we have towards the bottom. So we have this very nice, from yesterday, we have this huge gap here, right? So we need to get some price ranges, some levels in between here that look clean. So we're going to zoom into this area here. And as you can see right in here, you have several days here, right? You see this consolidation happening here. So I'm going to mark that down. You got several days using this as resistance in this area. As you can see also around here. These ones don't quite get to it, but clearly here, and all the way over here. This 37.13 is clearly a good level to have. You have another one right in this area here, and I'll explain how this one is playing out. Up a little bit lower. Here it is, 37.84. You have several days also using it as resistance. Then you got this nice W happening here, this double top. and you can see it goes right down to that 37.87, then right back down to it. So you got plenty of levels on here that we can use. And also look how the pre-market is reacting to these levels as well. So that's nice. So let's see how this does. We never traded BX. I don't know how it trades, but it's got a decent daily chart. Looks like it was having a nice uptrend here coming up, and it's just got a beautiful breakout today on some news. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. Got some serious volume. 974,000 shares traded right now, up 7.7. So this will be good to watch. We do have shares for short, and the spread right now in the pre-market is tight, only 4 cents. So that's good news for us. CGC is active today, up 6.7, and it got halted. I saw you guys mention that in the chat room. So wow, halted on CGC. That's weird. So let's find some levels for CGC. 46.19 is the high of the pre-market at the moment. Above this, you got a very clean level here. You can tell you got some extreme wicks hitting this 46.66, and then you have another one all the way up here where you have an extreme reversal at 49.89, and then just for the heck of it, you know, we got this one all the way up here, 51.56. I don't think we'll get all the way up there, but just to mark that down. Now, I believe that from 46.19 to 46.66 is a very long distance. I think we need something in between here, so we're trying to find a good daily level. And when you don't have the best daily chart right here, this is not the best daily chart. You're going to have problems finding a clean level, and that's what I'm having right now. So I'm going to mark down this one here, 46.61. And why am I picking this level? If you notice, this day here is testing that level. This one is closing here. This one is bouncing off from here. These two are having resistance here. This one is closing there, and then these are all just kind of hanging around this area and closing right on it, really, that 46.61. Same thing here. You got these testing and closing near it as well. So that 46.61 could be a good, again, an area, not exact, but it could be an area of possible profit taking if this thing decides to take off and break that 46.19. And towards the bottom, we have the low of the pre-market at 44.51. So we'll mark that down. Then below there, I don't think you need to add any more because you got plenty. You got the previous day highs and lows. You got a moving average also, by the way, coming in right at that 44.49. And then right down here, all moving averages, previous day highs and close, and you also have a previous day close. So CGC looks good. Halted right now, so you can see right in here, you got the halt, trading halt happening. You got the H over here. So, and you can see in our scanners also right down here, it'll give you that it's halted. It'll give you the time that it was halted, and then we'll have to wait about 10 minutes or so. Let's see how that develops. WTR, the daily chart just seems a little funky. I don't think I ever traded this stock. This is a water company, right? Utilities company. So I'm not sure how this is going to trade today. And already the pre-market action is not looking, it's looking a little wacky, right? You see how boxy this thing is? It's just kind of like, there's not a clean flow to it. This is not looking great. Look at the volume. This weird candle here, 309,000 shares traded. So I don't know how good this is going to trade today. I really don't like the pre-market action at the moment. So 36.38 is the high of the pre-market at the moment. That's all I'm going to mark here, really, because you have your high from yesterday. You have some moving averages in here. Towards the bottom, you got your highs and low from yesterday, as well as your previous close all the way down here. Again, just a very weird trading stock, but I would like to see, maybe I'll throw it down here. I'd like to see how this trades throughout the day in the mid-morning. STNE, again, it's another one that I just think is not going to trade too well, but I love the daily chart has down 15%. I like that, we got a nice level over here we can play off. It wants to go towards the downside. So let's mark down low of the pre-market, sitting at 28.90, high of the pre-market sitting at 32.75, and then we have this moving average here. I'm going to mark this moving average at 26.81. It's a nice clean one there. I think that's enough for this one here. Again, doesn't move much, and the daily chart is okay because of this drop, but the pre-market action, although we have 815,000 shares traded, it's not really looking clean. This is a bad pre-market action. So one that I'm probably going to drop today is this one here as well. CORN, I like CORN. It's got a good daily chart. It's got a nice little pop over here, leaving these levels. We got a moving average coming in right where the high of the pre-market is at the moment, a little above it, 16.75. Towards the top, you have the high of a couple of days ago, 17.11, And then if we go up a little more, you can use this day right here. Also, this moving average at 1805. Then if you look at towards the bottom, you got plenty of levels already you can use. High from 2 days ago, high from yesterday, previous day close, and low and highs from the last 2 days, 2 trading days right in here. So looking pretty strong right now. Again, this could be moving. CGC is the one that's really is moving. It's got it's halted at the moment, but Crown might be moving just because CGC is moving. Roku at the moment, I actually really like the daily chart on Roku. It looks like it's ready to lose. If it loses this level here, it's tested it how many times here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then four today. So it's been testing this level plenty of times. You can see slowly just kind of going lower and making lower highs right throughout every day. So if we can crack this level, it can really run here. So let's mark down some levels towards the bottom. Towards the top, I think you have plenty. Towards the bottom, we got this moving average here, 53.33. Let's mark that down. But I also like this one here, 54.69, which is the low of this day here, the high of this one. And then below this moving average, we have one more here at 51.29. So again, I think the fun in Roku might be starting to be over. Again, we had a huge run. Actually, Brian took a day trade within this area here. If you're not part of the swing, sorry, not day trade, swing trade within this area here. So make sure to sign up for swing trade alerts or go over to bearbootraders.com, click on swing trades, and you can sign up for the alerts of his swing trades. Again, and he caught most of all this move here with a lot of you guys. So that was excellent. All right, so Roku's in a very interesting situation, but right now pre-market action doesn't look great, so I'm going to remove it, but we have our levels ready in case we see it on our scanners, or in case if you have something on here that's not moving too well, you know, throw Roku down here and then you can change it. After waiting your 5 minutes, you're looking around to see where the action and volume is. You see one of these not moving well, not getting the volume, not getting the action, you know, pop into your side list and throw Roku on there. So that's okay to do that. That's why waiting that 5 minutes is so important, because it allows you to think, okay, what's happening? I know for the first 5 minutes I'm not going to take a trade. I'm just observing, taking in the information, and then making a decision on what you can trade, what looks good. All right, so what else do we have? So Crown, we have MBIO. MBIO is just a lot of volume today, 3.3 million shares traded so far. We have 1220 up here, high of pre-market, low of pre-market sitting at 685. What do we have in between here? Just going back. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get some good levels in here. Let's just see. Maybe yes, we are. Okay, so in between here, just gonna go into this area. It looks like on 2017 we have some levels. Right in here we have 110.03. You can see the days coming down here and testing that, and then we have another one here at 933 as well, and then one right in here at 871. 871. You got these days all coming to that near that area. So that's plenty towards the top. And towards the bottom, in case we get some, I think we have here towards the bottom, we have the previous day, the low of the pre-market, and then we have this one down here. But if it loses the low of the pre-market, this thing might just not be interesting anymore. It's got to really hold here. It's got to really start building a base and start to head higher. All right, what else do we have, guys? FBIO. So FBIO is a partner with MBIO, I believe, but they're not trading as well. Again, they're gapping up today also because of MBIO, but MBIO is the one to watch. This is the one that's got the volume. It's got the good pre-market action right now. This is one that's really in place. I'm just gonna remove this FBIO from here and watch MBIO. Okay, so any more tickers, guys, that you guys looked at that look great? I'm getting a RTH. Yeah, no action on RTH. I don't see no volume on RTH. Again, in the daily chart, it looks like a foreign stock. Daily chart is really all over the place. So an ETH also no volume today. So not much activity happening on these two. All right, LL, let's look at LL and SKX. We do have, actually, we're gonna go through these right here. We do have these on here. This is LL is Lulu, right? Is that company or?
No, that's Lumber Liquidators.
Oh, Lumber Liquidators, right? Yeah, actually, Lulu's more expensive. It's $12. Lulu's a lot higher than this. This one here, what do we have going on? So we have a breakout happening. We have some volume, 176,000 shares traded, up 5.7. And what's the float on this? 28. So a decent sized flow. It's interesting. It's got a good, interesting pop here, up 5.4. It's got some volume building now, so it's trying to build a really good pre-market action. We can find some levels on this. I never traded this one, not sure how it trades. So we have a level here at 12.57. We have another one, right? I'm not going to mark the higher of the pre-market because we might just crack it now, but this level here is worth marking, this 12.19. So let's see what it does when it gets there. Do we have some news on this? What's the reason for the pop? And let's see another level up here at 13.24. Yep, and we do have shares for short too, so that's good. Got a level right in here at 11.83, and then we got the previous day. I'm sorry, the low of the pre-market at 11.71. Pretty close to these two actually. Yeah, so this looks interesting. It's starting to get going here. It's got some volume coming in. It's got looks like it's trying to build a good, clean pre-market action. I'm going to throw it on here. Might not keep it, but we'll definitely watch it. So let's look at SKX. Yeah, I do like SKX. I'm going to throw it on here. It's starting to break this level here. We talked about this. This can really, if it breaks this level, it can really run towards the bottom. Let's get some levels. We got this moving average here at a 21.71. Really, that's the next level on here. Right after this gap, I mean, I don't see anything clean. Yeah, that'll be the next level on here. But I want to get something in between because it's just too far out. But if you look at this chart, you can tell how strong that next level is. You got a lot of days testing that 28.71. You got this one here. Maybe in here. Here it is. Maybe in here we could find one right in this area. 29.33. You got this day here. You got several, 1, 2, and these 2 days on here testing that 29.33 as a support. So yeah, that could be a possible area of profit taking. This thing looks very weak. I like the daily chart. Doesn't have great volume, but it is looking nice. It is a nicey stock, so you might get the volume after the open. Snap is interesting. I'm not going to watch it because I don't have shares for sure on Snap, and I got plenty on the top. But for those, if you do have shares for sure, let's find some levels together. We have a 11.17 low of the pre-market, and then you also have this one down here at 11. And again, as we mentioned earlier, if you drop 20 cents on Snap, that's a big move. So keep that in mind. Take profits. Don't get greedy and wait for more because you might not get more. It might just chop around after that. Below this, we have 10.58, and we also have a moving average coming in here for more support. And then here you have a nice little gap that you might want to try to attack. If it loses 11 and 10.58, which I don't think you're going to get that much of a big of a drop. Then towards the top, you got a moving average coming in at 11.40. A low of the day from 2 days ago, and two highs on here as well, plus the previous day close. So let's see what Snap is doing. It's got some volume, 552,000 shares at the moment. TEM, I'm gonna keep on my side list. Doesn't look too great right now, but the daily chart looks nice. Has a beautiful drop here, so we'll keep that on here. Some levels just to have some stuff. 117 low of the pre-market, high of the pre-market, 102.77. Then towards the bottom, we have one level right in here at 97.04. You have these days banging their heads against it, and then towards the top, you have this level here at 105.16. Okay, and then these over here, WTR. What's WTR doing? Yeah, I'm just not sure how that's going to trade today.
Yeah, I took it off of mine.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I think we have other good ones that can trade better. How about CGC? Is that still on halt, or let me see?
Still halted. I think their news is out, but the time hasn't been placed when they'll open back up yet.
Oh, okay. All right, folks. So QCOM, yeah, QCOM is one that's again after such huge plays and huge days the last couple of days. I think it might be in play today. I think you're gonna get something out of it. I'll wait for this one to hit the scanners. I think we have other ones here with some good volume right now that are really going to have the better opportunity to be in play. So I'm really going to watch these today. So all right, we're running a little over, so 9:17. Let's just finalize this list. So we have BX. We'll watch BX, see what that does. We have CGC, which is halted right now, so we'll see how that opens up. STNE STNE again. I'm watching it because it has got a good daily chart, but the pre-market action is not looking great. So actually, I might drop STNE. I'm gonna remove this one. I have Cron here. Cron looks really good, leaving the high of the pre-market right now at 1675. So this one is trading very nice. LL, I'm watching. I'm on the fence on this one. Not sure if I'm going to keep it. So I'll watch and make a decision when I get closer to the open. SKX is good. I like the way this is dropping. MBIO is nice. Got some good volume. It's got a hold here and hopefully take off. And then we have as possible Snap and Team down here as well. All right, guys, there's definitely a lot to watch today. We got some more coming up on our gappers list as well, PBR, some more coming on here. So a lot of stuff is starting to move. But this is my watches from now. I'm going to see what Brian has on his end and compare my list as well. And then we'll finalize our list around 9:25 on what we're going to watch today. All right, guys on YouTube, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you guys joining us this morning. Have an excellent trading day. We're off tomorrow, so enjoy the day. The markets are closed, and we will see you on Monday. So have a great weekend. Take care, and trade safe.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Trade safe. Have a great long weekend.
Yeah. Have a good weekend, everyone. It's Brian here.
Hey, good morning, Brian.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.